Okay, we're going to cut on the bandsaw now. So you've taken the bandsaw safety test and you've written your notes and you got 100 on both, so now you're ready to use the bandsaw. After you ask permission, you're going to come up here to the bandsaw and have your wood marked where you want to cut it. And you want to look at your cut and kind of think about how we're going to approach the bandsaw. With the bandsaw off, I can kind of approach the blade here and show this. You wouldn't do this if the bandsaw was running. So imagine that there's a straight line from this blade running down. So when you look at your cut, you want to anticipate where our curve is going to be. So if our line is kind of curving this way, we want to make sure that our material is kind of lined up with that blade there. So we want to come in at this angle. Not straight, because then we can't really turn it. We want to start our turn here. So our wood is actually going to come in at an angle. As we cut, we're going to always be moving our wood forward and spinning to make those curves. You want to keep your blade a little bit outside the line. Does two things. It lets you if you make mistakes, it's easier to sand it off. And additionally, it's a little easier to control if you're on the outside. All right, so I'm going to turn the machine on. You press the green button. Okay, and I'm going to bring my material in here in an angle. Cutting into the material. And as I move forward, I'm turning. And as the curve gets more tight, you've got to turn faster. You've got to kind of anticipate the curve too. So I know there's a curve coming up, so I'm going to be ready to start spinning it now. You don't have to keep it at the same speed. You can go a little slower. Now, if you make a mistake, let's say I cut here, and I want to get back to the line, I can't back out of the cut. The blade will get stuck and fall off the wheel. If you make a mistake, you have to keep cutting. So I'm just going to keep cutting here. So remember, don't back out of a cut. I want to come closer to that. I just have to keep going. All right. Now, as you get near the end of the workpiece and the end of your cut, you want to be careful. You don't want to put a lot of pressure on that, because once the blade comes through the wood, there won't be any wood to resist it, so it'll move a lot faster, so you might fall into the blade. So you want to go slow here and just let the blade work its way through, nice and gentle, and cut the piece off. Now, do not remove your piece while the blade is spinning. You can kind of grab it with your workpiece and move it. Ideally, though, you do want to stop the machine by pressing the stop button nice and hard, letting the blade come to a complete stop, and then we can kind of drag that workpiece out. Then you stay here with the blade for a good 20 or 30 seconds until it comes to a complete stop. Once it's come to a complete stop, the machine then is safe for you to leave and walk away from. And done.